Good morning. Well, it's a cool day out here, and that's a pleasant break for what it has been. We've had 91 to 95 degree days, and the heat index feels like 105. It's been hot. We've had a little hot spell. But today, I woke up this morning cool. Yesterday was much cooler. So we're probably in, I want to say about 78 degrees. So that feels good, and there's been a breeze. There was a breeze yesterday. Now yesterday was a fun day, Monday, and we had a great time. I was out with a friend and we just enjoyed the weather. We drove the mountains and looked at the scenery and did some little antique store shopping and some other things. And we really enjoyed our day, our fun day. Ate some good food and just had a blast. Well, I'm back at the house here today, and I am working and trying to get some things in order because, you know, time doesn't wait for us, does it? Flag Day's already passed, and July 4th will be here before we know it, and I've got to get a little decorating done. Now, I have pulled out some of my stuff, and you've saw me do that, and I've just got to get it put up today. This is that little pipberry wreath that I've had. We really like this. This is a pretty little wreath. And I'm just going to hang it right here beside of the door. Now I have a front door. You know, our peephole is here. And even with cameras and stuff, it's still just good to have a peephole sometimes. So I don't always like to put my wreath on my door because it covers up my peephole. Sometimes I do and try to work it so that the peephole is not covered up. And then the space in between my door and my outer door, you know, this thing, or here, what is this called? A screen door, the full view glass door. The space is not real big in between there, and so I can't always put my wreaths here. Sometimes they're too big and fluffy. This one's it's not as fluffy, but it's too big for the space, so I like to put them beside the door. So this becomes a little decor area for me right here to the right. Now over here, I do sometimes put some things in that, and I do think I have something that I can put on that side. And this little thing, I used this last year. This is a flower, a red, white, and blue flower. But I think it does cover up the peephole. Let's see. Yeah, it does. It does cover up the peephole, so. But I'll put that right there. And then I can just check the camera and see who's at the door, right? Now, I like to put something right here on this side, this little side table. And I've got all kinds of things that I like to put here. I had this little topiary, I think it's a rose bush, right over here. And I'm going to change that up a little bit. Now, I was out yesterday. I got this little flag stand. It's a garden flag stand. I bought it at a pottery that we go to in Virginia. Well, this is how it looks, and you put your little flag right here and it hangs. Well, I happen to have a little American flag that would fit perfectly on that little flag pole, or little garden flag pole. So I'm just going to slip that right in. Might take two hands to do it. Yeah, you just slip it. This has a little place right here like a curtain where you just slip it on. So we just slipped it down here, and we've got that little American flag in the garden. And that looks good right here in this garden. Now on this side, they had these at that pottery place. And it's like a stake. It's a metal stake, and it's got a red, white, blue star and welcome on it. I thought that would be good, and it would even be good to leave it up year round for the summer, because I'll take it in when it comes fall. But I thought that that's not distinctively 4th of July, it's just Americana, so it would look good. Now I have got to clean up this porch, sweep it off, and what I'm going to put right here is this little topiary. This little topiary I've had for quite a while. Now I'm going to work it over because it is looking tired. It's rusty right here. Some people love rust, but in this instance I think it would be better if I would just take spray paint, an all-purpose spray paint, and spray right over this. Rust-Oleum would be a great spray paint for this too, because this topiary is metal. It's metal and it needs refreshing. So I'll be spraying that and taking out some of this old ivy. My ivy is on its last leg. It's weathered, dirty. It's just been out in the seasons, and it's time to replace that with something new. Luckily, at that pottery I went to, they had garlands of ivy. Now this one looked more like a grapevine, but I liked it. I liked the fullness of it and the difference of the leaves. And really it was the best out of the options that they had for what I needed it. So I picked up this garland. It was about $8. But as long as it lasts, they last so long, it was worth the money. Now this topiary wouldn't be easy to remove out of this little pot. I usually give this little pot a coat of white paint every year before I put it out. It's got the styrofoam that's holding it down, and it's glued down, but there's a hole right here, and it is very, very light. So I'm going to take some of these pebble stones, and I'm just going to put it down into that hole, and I'm going to try to weight this base down a little bit. Now I buy the pebble stones. They're called pea gravel, and I use them in different places. I use them to repot plants. You see there's some down here between my stepping stones to my water hose. I keep a bag of pea gravel in my gardening shed now. I've always kept the pea gravel around for so many uses. I like to put them on top of plants. They're just a really versatile garden material to keep on hand for different things. Many different things. I'm filling up this hole because this box is empty down here, and I'm going to fill up the hole. I'm going to fill it up with pea gravel. I'll shake this around a little bit so that the gravel is evenly distributed, and it'll add weight to the base of my topiary. Just to keep it from not knocking over easily or blowing away. When it's outside, you kind of have to weatherproof it. You have to fix it where it'll be stable. And after I get that filled in there, I'm going to take this spray paint and just spray whatever I have on here that needs to be sprayed. Let me get off all of this old ivy, artificial ivy that was on it to begin with. Ivy's a common plant for topiaries, so this one had ivy on it. But I've had this for quite a while, and it has, it has outlived its usefulness, the ivy part. So I'm going to take that off and throw it away. And then I'm going to take the black spray paint and just spray this little topiary, get it to looking really good. I'll take some white paint and touch up down here on the base, and then I'll put the vine that I bought to go around it back around this, and we'll see how it turns out. We had this little letterbox hanging on the side of the house over here under the little porch. It was kind of a teal color, didn't really match, so Donald painted it red so to match the house. It's looking good.
Yeah, those cracks up here and there.
We don't use it for letters. It's decorative, but we do stick small things in there if we're not at home and our family is bringing something small by. They'll put it in there.
All right, there you go. That's good.
There you go. Looking good.
Getting there.
Got a few more things to hang up. This is the little porch decorated. Donald put the little star right there. You know, he painted this. That's the little welcome thing. I'll step back and show you the rest. So most of the outside of the house is is decorated for the summer Americana 250-year 4th of July celebration. So we've got most of it all decorated. And it looks cute. It looked really cute when I drove in from getting the errands done today. I thought everything looked so cute. Thank you for letting me share it with you. Hope you're having a great summer. And like always, until next time,